Well, we were just searching online for places, and we saw, you know, your ad, and then she filled in the paperwork, right?
Mm-hmm. We'd been here almost 40 years, and we were a bit worried about what would happen if one of us was gone. What would the other one do? And it would be a horrible, you know, horrible task to have to undertake. So we decided that it would be best for us to both do it and then find someplace smaller that we could handle better. We looked into another company, but I didn't really care for their approach.
They never came.
They never came out.
But they sent us a letter saying, okay, this is the offer, and once we look at the house, it may be a lot lower.
You were very quick to contact us. We were glad for that because we don't, you know, you don't like waiting around.
Yeah.
You want to, and so when you decide on something, you want to go ahead. We were assured that it wouldn't take very long at all, and it was up to us how long it took.
Yeah, that was the good thing, I think, is that you told us that we needed to be here longer than the 7 days or whatever. We got to pick the date that we wanted to go, instead of saying you got to get out in 7 days. That was good.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't have. Yeah, we really couldn't.
No way.
So about 39 and a half years.
Mm-hmm.
That makes it hard.
It makes it very hard. Raised our children here, of course.
Yeah, it was the right thing to do at the time. I mean, it's I guess you never admit that you want to turn loose. You know, I'm 75 years old working on this hill with weed eaters and chainsaws, and I shouldn't be doing that. So I had to turn loose of that. It was it was time to do it.
Yeah, we both, you know, we raised our children here, and
some of our grandkids.
Some of our grandkids, and it meant a lot to us. But it was time to go. Well, you know, one of the big things was we didn't have to worry about realtors bringing people into the house, having to, you know, keep it spick and span every day for 6 months or something while people decided whether or not they wanted the house. And we'd gone through that before. We didn't want to go through that again.
Realtors will tell you stuff just to list your house. I mean, that sounds terrible. They will tell you stuff just to list your house.
So in this situation, you met with me, and then did anybody even come to the house after that? I think it was
The
just the
contractor.
I did have a contractor.
Yes, the
that's
contractor
true.
came in.
Okay.
That was it.
So we had a contractor, but they didn't have a lot of people going through the house and
No.
picking things apart.
No. It was very easy in that way.
What about the not having to clean, or you know, maybe like termites or stuff like
Yes.
How was that helpful to you? Some of those items.
Well, it takes the load off because you don't know what they're going to find, so it just takes that load off. That not only the expense, but having to put all your food away, to move out, the whole thing of the house has to get tented. It's just a hassle to go through.
Yes.
We've never done it before. It's a hassle.
The lady next door had to have her house tented at one point. And when she explained to me all that they had to go through, I thought, oh no, I don't want to do that, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, there were things wrong. I mean, we just couldn't, we don't have the energy, for one thing. And we didn't have the money to do the things that need to be done to fix it up. And to where somebody would like to purchase it. So I know that a lot's going to be torn out and a lot's going to be changed, and that's all good.
But you don't have to worry about what that is, or
we don't have
how
to
much
worry
it's gonna
about
cost,
it.
or what's
Yeah.
What about cleaning? Did you have to make sure everything was super clean when you moved out?
Oh gosh, no.
Matter of fact, you told us not to.
Yeah. So I didn't even vacuum.
Oh, good. Good. Yeah, definitely don't.
I didn't clean the counters.
Good. Good.
And we left the recliner because you said it was okay.
Yep. There you go. Yeah, because that, I mean, from when I've moved in the past, you've spent you could spend 2-3 days just cleaning
Just
after.
cleaning. That's right.
After you move all your stuff out.
That's right.
So this you just get to take what you want.
That was nice not to have to worry about that.
How did the escrow process go for you?
It went well. Well, it was easy.
Yeah, they sent us some things to sign, and I just sent them back to them. I think I took a picture of them on my iPad
Yeah.
and sent them on email.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how I sent it back to you too. So that was really easy.
Yeah. Okay, so it was just sign a contract with me. A few days later, a week later, something like that. Like the escrow, after they did all their due diligence and they put together their packet, they sent it to you.
Right.
You just filled that out, and then basically from there it was just a matter of you guys getting the stuff you wanted to take from the house, right?
Right.
That was that.
It was pretty simple.
Would you suggest, like, if somebody maybe is in a similar situation as you guys, if you don't have, energy to fix things up, or if you have, some issues and you want to relocate, would you suggest going with our company?
Sure.
It's quite painless, really.
Sure.
It's an easy approach. It's easy to get hold of you. It's easy to get through all the paperwork. It was very painless, and we appreciate that. Well, I think you're very nice young man, and you did make it easy. We appreciate that very much.
Good.
And I would recommend it if somebody was in a similar position, and especially when you get older, it's just harder to do things around the house. It's harder to keep up with things. It's harder to do those big jobs that need to be done, and especially if you can't afford to call somebody and have them do them for you. So this really fixed it, so we didn't have to worry about those things. It's your job now.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, that's what's nice, right? Is you have something and then you get to
It's up to you.
hand it to somebody else and say, okay,